Me okay?
Yeah. You know, if we wanted to be super formal, I just realized I attended a Rotary Club meeting recently, and they made everyone do the Pledge of Allegiance, but everyone's on their home computer, just kind of like pledging to the computer. It was really awkward.
Gosh.
Like I never thought about that being a weird thing until it's like rise for the pledge. So everyone stands up, like the camera's right here on there, everyone's pledging. I was like, this is odd.
I'm homeschooling my daughter through K-12, and every Friday they have what is it called? Homeroom, and they have to do the Pledge of Allegiance. And the first time I saw it, I was like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, it is weird.
Yep. Well, Amanda, you want to go ahead and kick us off?
Yes. I don't think we can see the PowerPoint.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to take care of that here. All right, let me know when y'all can see it.
Them. All right. Good morning, everyone. We are so glad you are here. I know we had a meeting last week, but this week it's going to start every other Friday. So we won't have a meeting next Friday. It'll be the Friday after. I do call this meeting to start. So we will go over some old business, roll call, see who all is here, who are in these positions, executive, Senate, and House, and talk about some open positions as well. We also will have an open discussion regarding what we want to achieve this semester, and then some announcements from any of the orgs, and then we will be done. So here is a list of the positions we have right now. I know, yes, so we updated. Marcel is Phi Alpha, Adam is the ROTC representative, and then Alyssa for Science Club. If you for any of the other organizations that you see, please let us know what organization you're representing. So the executive, we still need a parliamentarian. Like we're in need of a parliamentarian. So this is an elections officer, and once we start getting the ball rolling for the new election, the parliamentarian is much needed. So if you are interested in being a parliamentarian, this is an elected position. Let us know. Submit your application. It can be found on Engage. Garrett just sent something in the chat. Yes, if you are representing a student organization, in the chat box, so we can update the list, please. And then we have our senators. I do see some of y'all here. Kirsten, hey Kirsten. But yeah, just let us know if you're interested in being parliamentarian. There is an application, and it is an election process.
And my screen's stuck while I'm the presenter. Give me a second. There we go.
Okay, so old business. Last week we talked about what is kind of required for the organizations in order to be active. We did talk about the, I guess, updated COVID measures and precautions that the school's taken. Remember, any organization, you cannot have more than 10 members or 10 individuals in one setting on campus at a time, no more than 10. And we're not doing the point system, obviously, because of the current circumstances, but you do, in order to stay active, you do have to complete the risk management training as well as the treasurer's training, have your treasurer complete it. Um, and have a representative attend our meetings every other Friday. So, and also if you haven't updated the your roster on Engage, please do that ASAP because we need it and you need it in order to be active. Right. Do you want to talk about the legislative process, Garrett?
Sure, I can do that. And I know I'm aging myself by putting that picture on there, but some of you might get it. So last semester we kind of went over this, but for those of you who weren't here, it's just going to be a real quick crash course on one of the things we're trying to kind of put back into practice with our SGA. We want to be able to pass bills and legislation, or at the very least resolutions to recommend certain things on our campus. And this may be a little tricky when we're all kind of remote and doing things at a distance, but being the Student Government Association, it's important that there is that legislative piece. And so I think this would be a great semester for us to kind of take some time to really dive into that and see what might interest students in making a difference on campus and seeing kind of what programs we want to change or help or fix. And some of the university committees that we're trying to fill student representation spots on, this is one way that you could actually create. Oh, Erlene, I see your comment in the chat and she got my reference. I'm very happy now. Basically you can take this to those committees and try to see, okay, here's the student input. Here's what students think about this decision. It kind of makes sure that all parties are represented. And so you can see at the top, just like they would do in the usual government, except hopefully we're a little more efficient than that, an act to basically determining what you're trying to accomplish on campus in a brief sentence. Whereas this determines why there's a certain problem now or what the need is and what we're trying to fix. Then be it enacted by the Student Government Association of Texas A&M University Central Texas. This is where you put the formalities of each part of this bill and what it's doing. Now, what you'll see in big government or state government is, section 1 and 2, let's say you're trying to put in a new water fountain on campus. Be like, we need more hydration. Section 2 would be like, we have a lack of water fountains. Section 3 would be something like, we need more aprons in the science classrooms. We don't want to slip things in just to do that, but if we stay on topic with it, I think this could be a very constructive thing. And authors, I would encourage there to be multiple authors. Bills always go better when it's a team effort. A lot of times what I've seen at other universities and colleges is one student will come up with a bill and it can be a great idea, but because there weren't very many other voices trying to come up with different aspects of the pros and cons, the bill doesn't always pass because there wasn't enough feedback. Now on sponsors, this is where anyone can author a bill that's an SGA, but the sponsor should be a senator and a representative because the voting process will go through both of those areas. And I'm going to cut back to a previous slide. Let's say Savannah, I'll pick on her because she's not here, proposes a bill to not give tours anymore because that's where she is. And this bill would be presented to the Senate. Now, the Senate would have to vote on whether they wanted it to pass or not, and it would go over to the House. And as the House, being the student orgs, y'all would vote, and either y'all would say, no, that's stupid, we need tours, that's what builds our school, or you would say, we agree, tours are dumb. And if they agree and the House votes to pass it, it goes up to Daviana. Now that's where Daviana has the sole power to say, you know what, I don't want to give tours anymore either. Or she can say, we need tours. So she can either veto or sign it and send it on to administration. And so it's modeled off of how standard state and federal government procedures work, but hopefully a lot quicker. So I have an example bill from last semester, and this is actually comprised of real ideas that have been talked about among SGA leadership. And so let's just say there was a resolution or a bill to establish the Warrior Traditions Council. So whereas would talk about why it's needed, and it would just say that the community would benefit from having organically built official student-led traditions. being enacted by SGA of A&M Central Texas. We want to establish this committee on traditions and work it into the university committees. I did not make this up. We actually do have a committee on committees. Then you would say in section 2, these are different areas that we would like to accomplish. So you could list out different things that would be important traditions for our school. SGA actually kind of has a head start on this topic because you all voted on our mascot costume last semester. And when COVID's over, there will actually be somebody wearing it. Section 3, you could incorporate that as a part of a larger bill. And section 4, you could have a task force on creating an on-campus student memorial. I hate that any university would need a memorial, but however, in reality, we do lose students on occasion. We lose faculty and staff, and it would be nice to commemorate their time at A&M Central Texas. So at the bottom, you could have, all right, somebody from Science Club and Phi Alpha wrote this together. And at the bottom, somebody from another organization sponsored it. And then it would go on to Daviana and she would sign on or off. Do we have any questions on how this process works? None? All right. I promise I will not just hand out executive orders. I'm going to try to get us away from that process. One thing I would love to see is if some of y'all are interested in trying to put a bill together, it doesn't have to be anything big or fancy, but I would like to, can y'all still see my screen? Because now I see all of you instead of my screen. Okay. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but I think it would be great for us to just kind of get into the practice of this process and the process of having friendly pro and con debate in an SGA meeting. And I cannot emphasize friendly enough because debate does not have to be argumentative. It can just be, let's evaluate the pros and cons. So I would love to put together kind of a team this next week. If any of y'all are interested in kind of getting together and determining what would be some good bills to put together. If there's no more on that, I'll move on to announcements. Amanda, do you have anything on the bills? Cool. I will jump start the announcements. I'll take Warrior Week for you. So we are working on Warrior Week. It is going to happen this year. Most of it will be virtual, but there will be one. Monday through Wednesday, we're going to have an assortment of events ranging from Scholars Day, which we usually have. That will be virtual. The DSLSA, which is the Student Leadership Awards, we will be having those again, also virtually. Student and civic engagement and probably campus rec, we're working together to have a few on-campus, like minute to win it type games for the students who are on campus. And we also want to have a virtual game session, social hour for anyone who's online that just kind of wants to take a break from work, take a break from class, hang out with fellow students. Thursday, we're going to be having our drive-in movie series. We actually had a drive-in movie last night that had a pretty good turnout, showed Spider-Man Far From Home. Next month, we'll be showing Remember the Titans, and we haven't determined what March and April will be yet, but April 8th will be a drive-in movie during Warrior Week. And Friday is going to be kind of fun. We're going to do kind of like an outdoor country rodeo type concert event for our student orgs and your families and anybody that wants to come out. We're having a couple of artists that we're in the process of booking. I won't announce the name yet, but one of them is a pretty prominent touring artist. So that will be a pretty fun drive-in concert to have. So we're going to try to have maybe a card decorating contest for student orgs like we do a trunk or treat, try to make it really interactive and just have a fun opportunity for us to come together in a socially distanced but safe environment to where we can kind of get that face-to-face interaction again just for a little while. And then I will hand it back over to Amanda.
Yes, that should be really fun. I'm just really excited because we couldn't do anything last year, so it will be really fun. So any student orgs here that actually have something going on with their organization, now is the time to let us know, and also let us know what we can do to help y'all or move your process faster. So does anyone have anything?
Quiet today. Arlene.
Good morning, everybody. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
So WASA is having a video that will be coming out soon, because today, not today, but this month has been Stalking Awareness Month. I don't know if many of you knew that. You've probably seen the posters we've got up everywhere. And it's also the Human Trafficking Awareness Month. But we centered on stalking because it's a big thing on college campuses. There's been a lot of documentaries and everything that's been sent out on it. So we did a video that kind of details how to complete the stalking log. So if you'll just be on the lookout for that, they'll send a link out. It's going to be via YouTube, I believe, but it'll be on all our social medias and everything. And it's just kind of help people, give them details and let them know what they can do in the event that they feel that they may be being stalked, or they know someone that may be being stalked. Um, it's actually kind of great because we got UPD involved, and they kind of walk us through the steps and everything, and they give a lot of great information on what can be provided for the students and staff and faculty on campus. And we also have coming up next month will be the consent cupcakes. So I know we don't have a whole lot of classes going on, so we may not have a whole lot of students, but if you can put the word out on February 15th, I know Mr. Smith, you will be getting our event through Engage, the request through Engage, so that you'll see that coming. But just kind of get the word out to let people know that we will still be doing it. We'll be doing it with snack cakes because it has to be individually wrapped for us to be in compliance with the COVID policy. But if you can just kind of get the word out on the 15th, if they can stop by and get some information on consent, and to be on the lookout for the stalking awareness video, that would be great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arlene. And do you have an idea of when the video is going to come out?
Yes, it most likely will be out next week because they were still doing some editing on it yesterday when I was there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
I have a student org thing. Do we have anyone from Psychology Club here?
Mm.
I'm here.
Oh, all right, double duty. Okay, I have a check from a fundraiser for y'all's club that came to my office. So I need to make.
Woo! Yes, I'll make sure our president gets there and get that.
Excellent. Who's the president this semester?
It's still Miss Naomi.
Oh, okay, great. And then the other one, do we have anyone that is, I don't believe this org was active last semester, but if I could be wrong, is anyone from criminal justice here?
Me.
Who's me? I can't see.
It's Kirsten.
Oh, okay. Kirsten, if you could talk to Leslie Presley. She's in the attendee section. She's trying to get connected with y'all. So we're trying to make sure that's all up and running. So
Gotcha.
Cool. Two of you just helped me tremendously. All right. Anything y'all's orgs need from us? Anything from student affairs, from SGA? Carla?
I just wanted to offer all the orgs that are here Coffee with the Blue Coats that is held every Tuesday at 9 in Warrior Hall has open availability if you guys want to partner up with us. What that normally entails is just come in, one or two of your reps because we do social distancing, and just bring whatever collateral you want to pass out, and if you want to bring snacks because we provide coffee and like cookies and stuff. So it's a good way to get people interested in all the different clubs. And if you want to do some sort of fundraiser or anything like that that has been approved, we would be more than happy to partner up with you guys. So that way, we'll create the buzz on social media and all that. So that's it.
Cool.
Thank you, Carla. So if you guys have any questions, if not right now, later on today, tomorrow, next week, please shoot us an email. SGA will go to myself and Daviana. SCE will go to Garrett, or you can email Garrett directly. Does anyone have any questions or comments?
Real quick, even though y'all can see that I'm on campus right now, I'm not here all week, and Carla's the same. We actually have a rotating schedule so that there's not too many people congregated during COVID. So if you come by my office 3 days of the week and I'm never here, I promise I still work here and I will help you. But it's just shoot me an email or give me a call first, because usually I'm here. I'm on Tuesday afternoons and Thursday mornings and occasional Fridays. So it's a rotating schedule. But let me know if you need something. I'll be glad to help you out.
Does anyone have any questions right now? Concerns, comments? No. Okay. That is all, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. I motion to end this meeting. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Again, if you have any questions, please send us an email. Have a great weekend. Be positive, be kind, and be happy.
And stay safe.